Well, welcome along, Cockney Prince. Quincy in the building. I know that these two busy individuals, they're rushing around and saving the community, so to speak. We've got Cheryl Phoenix and Leonard Johnson in the building. I know you guys are busy. Yeah, I just want the people. I saw your stuff on Facebook. You are here to save Bridge Park Complex, and just let the people know, because there's been some dates changed. And what is your cause with Bridge Park Complex?
Community building for the community, by the community. Finances raised by this young man here. Galvanised the wider community 35 years ago as young people. So the court date is still the 27th, but the time is 10:30. Court hearing starts at 11, and they've set aside 4 hours for the hearing. It is in Fetter Lane. The court is very small. It can probably fit about 5 people. However, we had people saying that they're coming down regardless. They don't care whether they can fit in, they'll stay outside. But that is the date and time that has been set. So this is just a preliminary hearing. Oh, I got it out. This is the preliminary hearing, just to hear if this case will go to trial, to hear if the judge is going to actually see the case through, if we've got a case to defend our position, to defend our community building. So that's going to be taking place on the 27th of February at Fetter Lane, which is the High Court. So where we are now, what we're trying to get across today is to tell the community to support. We have a donation page, because remember, we're not funded. Brent Council get council tax money. They're taking us to court. We're not funded at all.
They're taking you guys to court with your council.
With our money,
with our council tax money. They're taking us to court to block the land, because we blocked the land sale on our own building that they were unlawfully trying to sell. Bridge Park is owned by the community. The money was raised by the community for the community. They designed it, they built it, they did what they needed to do with it. However, Brent Council, now someone in there successfully removed the covenant that protected it from being sold. Who done that, we don't know, but hopefully that will come out in the court case as well. So the fact of the matter is, we have visions as a community. We have visions. We have things that we want to do with that land and that building. And right now, what they're trying to do is actually go back into the community that they didn't consult in the first place and say, oh, look, this is what we're going to give you. We're going to give you a sports hall. We're going to give you a restaurant. We're going to give you, a swimming pool. We didn't ask you for that. First of all, we didn't actually ask you to take the covenant off the building. We didn't ask you to come and steal what belongs to us in the first place. So keep what you're trying to offer us, because you're trying to take our ideas. Allow us to do for us, by us, for our community, by our community. Because as a council, they are useless and they don't do what they're supposed to do where our young people or our elderly are concerned.
So what kind of things has the council been doing to undermine the community?
Well, the fact of the matter is, they were supposed to put a covenant out. They were supposed to put a consultation out to the community with regards to Bridge Park. They had already signed a business deal with General Mediterranean Holdings, who are well known as being fraudulent frauds. The director has been done for fraud. It's in the public domain. Right. Anyone can look it up. So they didn't consult with Leonard and his group. They haven't consulted with anybody. They claim to have consulted with the wider community who live in Stonebridge. They haven't done that. They claim that they have sent out consultation forms where anyone is yet to see them. We held a meeting on the 9th of December 2018. We had well over 1,000 people in that consultation. I can guarantee you, based on what they claim is their consultation, they didn't even get close to that, because they didn't put out enough.
40 people and 30 people in their meetings.
And most of them are council members, were employers.
So, Leonard, what would you want?
I want the community to just stay with us and believe in us and believe in themselves, because we as the community must not let them steal this building. We went to Brent after we had the first meeting that we called in 4 days. We had 300 people. Brent was shocked. I told Dawn Butler not to turn up. I told the leader of the council not to turn up, but the two of them with their far self come to our meeting, right? But as far as I see, they then told us, listen, if we come to this meeting with them, they could stop the sale. We go to the meeting, they say they can't stop the sale. So I said, why are we in the meeting then? So then they offer us 2 buildings. If we never had no interest, why are you offering us 2 buildings? Free of charge. You say you could have Roundwood Centre, you could have business design works.
Are they smaller buildings?
Smaller buildings. So they're offering this to us. We said no. They called us to another meeting and they basically said the same thing. They just repeat themselves. No, can't stop it. No, boop, not yours. Basically, get lost. Why were they calling us to these meetings just to pretend that they was actually consulting or working with us when they knew their hidden agenda? I want the people to understand why they own it. And it's because we had the covenant to protect us. The cost of the building stayed the same for 18 months. There was an offer for 3 million more than what we were offering. We had a charitable status. Brent Council is not a charity, so therefore they couldn't have bought the building. We raised the funds from Brent, DOE, GLC, the whole of them, EEC. So how could one person then lay claim to say it's their building when they were just one person, one participant in putting the money in? We then said, well, hold on. We are the ones that own the title, but you held it for us in trust. Like I said, a parent who leaves something in trust for their child, when they come of age, you pass it on. Brent want to now say, no, we want to own it, even though you lot raised the money, stopped the riots, did all of these classes, did all of these wonderful things. But guess what? We're going to steal this from you and we're going to give you this wonderful new thing. But instead, they're making an offshore company make all the money while we're paying to use the place. So this man sit pretty on his tax haven place, and the black community again is ripped off, robbed. And this is what they keep on doing. And I just say they can't take it because we've got a case. The urban program money has to be in partnership. We raise the urban program money. It's a public body that cannot take money as a loan. It cannot do these things. So then how can Brent own it? I don't want to say too much because it's a court case. But in terms of...
When you win this case...
Yes, we will be winning.
What legacies will you would you put into place for the younger generation?
To me, I know Cheryl could come in on this, right? But like she's saying, the Black Child Agenda. But we have to look on it straight. The same way the Queen of England, her great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren were looked after from Queen Victoria and everybody else. We got to do the same for our people. We got to have something so it goes to our great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. If our great-great-great-great-grandchildren turn around and say, look what they did to us. They sold out again, and look how we poor, impoverished and suffering and got nothing to show for what they did. So to me, it's for them, our children future. Nobody must sell it. Nobody must thief any money or rob anything. Nobody must treat anybody bad. We got to try and see how we could bring unity with our community, live a kind of loving way that we could inspire and people be an example to show how we could live together instead of them pushing us to copy them, killing each other on the street that come from their movies, their gangster movies, raping our women that come from their movies. Everything that we are doing is their thing. Stop copying them. We got to stop copying them and get back to who we really are, in ourself, in our soul, in our righteous way.
Who's going to be in, yourself going to be in the hearing?
The hearing, there's a team of us. There's a team.
I think it's 50 to 100 could go in now that we've moved.
So that's
moved
good.
the room.
We've moved the room. So what, 50 to 100
50
can go
to 100
in? Because I know we
people
were waiting for
sit in
feedback.
there, yeah.
So people can come. People do want to come. We have a team. We have barristers. We have the team that has basically built the case over the last 2 years, who will be at that court case on the day. So we know that there's a lot of media attention around this case because it is quite a unique case. It is the largest building in Europe of its kind for the black community, by the black community. And that's not excluding anybody else, but it is what it is. It's just a fact of how it came about in the first place. So that is definitely the 27th. We want the community to support. Right now, just so we know which camera is the one that I can look into, we are not funded. We don't have money. As a community, we spend in excess of £360 billion a year. Even if between the 3 or 6 million people that they say are in this country who look like me and you, regardless of shade or colour, put even a £1. If 6 million of you put £1 in, we could fund this case easily. We could then look forward without having to struggle to do what we're doing. But right now, we need you to step up. We need you to do something rather than just watch this video. We need you to share this video, and we also need you to donate. Go on our website, www.bridgeparkcomplex.com, and do something. Take action. www.bridgeparkcomplex.com. Have a look at the site, see the history, and then get in touch even if you want to support and help in any other kind of way. We need people to do leaflets, etc., etc.
And we must say also that, you know what, We have been trying to meet with Brent for mediation. We are saying to Brent, look, let's sit down and reason. Let's sit down and try and work something. Then Brent's telling us, no, the only way cool reason is if you don't talk about the sale. And we're not going there.
And on that note, I will say, I wish you all the luck. I know that.
No, we're not dealing with luck. We're dealing with fortune.
Do you know what? And I take it back. You're totally right. You're dealing with fortune. The main important thing, February 27th, right?
That's
is
it.
the date. People support the team. That's all I'm saying.
And if a member, it's our time now. We can't let our people down. Look how they've been dealing with us from way back. Look at our prison. Look at our graveyard. Look at all of what's going on in the mental institution. It have to stop. It have to stop.
All right. I know you guys are busy. We'll be in contact.
Absolutely.
And the case gets along. Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Quincy, I'm out.
Thank you.